It's nothing but melted buildings. They will tell you some ooga booga caveman came here to carve this or something. Do you think people with donkeys and chisels got some bricks all the way up there?
Hey guys, Brick Santa back here once again to present you with a free gift, maybe, if your brain is capable. It's that time of the year again, and this is the holidays that we celebrate for some reason, and we gotta figure out what all these people want, what kind of shit to buy them and stuff. Which is kind of funny, but it can also be cozy, and it's a part of what we do, I guess. And yeah, so happy Brick holidays, Merry Brickmas, and all that stuff to you and yours and your family and friends. And I'm just gonna present photos of ruins here, like I always do on my videos. Because I'm very certain that this is here, what we're looking at, is evidence of a past advanced civilization. So some of you might not care, some of you might not know, and if you know, that's good, and here is evidence to back that up and support it, because we see a lot of very high quality architecture all across this realm that's just completely in ruins, and a lot of humans, they find them fascinating. They go to these places, but they don't have the right questions, because who were these people, and what happened to them, and why did they build better than we do today? There's many questions involved with this stuff. I have made hundreds of videos, probably, I don't even know, but I made a lot of videos in the past, and I do recommend, if you're new to this, to go back, check my old videos. I'm still learning together with all of you, so in my older videos, some of my explanations might have changed compared to what I explained today. And the reason for that is because me as a human has changed over time. The more I learn and the more years I stay as a free-thinking human being, so that's normal. And you know, you learn more, you explain it differently, but my old videos still provide excuse me, still provide kick-ass photos and evidence. So no matter what I said at the time, most of it is very similar to what I say today, but it has a slight different style, etc. and stuff. But I do recommend checking them out, and also the other people talking about the same stuff that I do. You'll find those on Linktree/Maltology channels, so make sure to check them out, and all the videos, because look at these ruins. I mean, it's pretty obvious that something happened here, and what I mean is a cataclysmic event, which is difficult for humans to kind of understand sometimes, because we only see it in the movies, etc. But it happened here as well. Sometime before we were born, of course. We didn't live here to experience this, but all we see here are melted buildings. And what they do when humans are born here is they put us into school, so the state can teach those children, including us when we were children, teach us what they want us to think and what they want us to believe about these different formations that we see here, right? And in school, I guarantee they told you, hey, somebody thousands and thousands of years ago came here with primitive tools, and they decided, oh, I'm gonna build a house inside this mountain here, right? But what I believe is this is a few remains here on this huge melted structure. This here is all melt, and sometimes there is remains. And I do like to compare this event with a circuit board in a computer, for example. So you have the buildings functioning and acting as components, and when they get overcharged with electricity, they will melt, but not always 100% even, right? You'll have a little bit of frying on that side, like the processor can melt and fry like on one of the corners, and the rest is okay still. You know what I mean? That's what I see when I see these kind of structures here. And yeah, it's completely blasted here. Here's part of a column with these grooves in here. But look at all these viscous holes in here. All these blocks full of viscous holes, and here is something, and there's barely anything left, and everything is in rubble, and you're still missing a lot. I know they sometimes clean up these places so they can have tourism, so people can you know, go to a gift shop and stuff. But like if this structure here just collapsed naturally because of it was abandoned and time and stuff, there would be way more rubble here, in my opinion. So, you know, it's just columns and a few blocks and that's it. But this looks to be a part of something much bigger. And here, I've shown this before, and here it is again for the people who haven't seen it before. This is what I mean when I say circuit board. And the earth, when you zoom out a little bit, it looks exactly like a circuit board. But you can see here again, all these buildings, if they were like bombed or something, there would be way more rubble and shit like that. So something happened after this event. I think there was a cleanup from the survivors or the ones who caused this. I don't know the cause of this event. If this was a natural reset event that this realm does sometimes. You know how you sometimes have to reformat your computer because it's like all glitchy and slows down and stuff. Maybe that's what happened. Maybe this is an act of the force of creation because of some reason, I don't know. Maybe this was an attack by the parasites currently in control that enslaved humanity, and they're all pedophiles telling us what to do to this day. So, you know, it's many things I don't know. I just know that it happened, and it's all ruins here. We don't pay attention. We're too distracted by this fucking, you know, holidays and shit. You know, now everybody's like out there trying to figure out what shit to buy for people and standing in line. Oh, they ran out of this and they ran out of that, and you know, all this stuff. But this is by design. It's all distractions. So I mean, not that Christmas is a bad thing. You can make it a good thing. That's what we're doing here. We have a cozy time, family time, good food, and a couple of presents and shit. But why do we do it? Because it obviously has nothing to with Jesus to do, whoever that is. And now we're putting up like a tree and buying all this shit from China to give to someone and stuff. I mean, what does it even mean, and why do we do it? I don't know. I just play along. I just play along. So yeah, while I'm talking, I'm just showing you photos. It's all ruins and melt. Your mind can look at them and see what you think. It's pretty obvious that it's all ruins to me. And here, what is this supposed to be? Some kind of, you know, they had a high-tech civilization. They built these machines and all that. Everything had a function and a purpose. There was nothing just for fun and for fun. Here, I can't zoom on that one. Hold on. Yeah, I can't zoom on this one for some reason, but you know, we dig up all this brick ash here, which they call dirt and mud in geology when you're a child, which is a scam, by the way. It's brick ash. We dig it up, and then there is stuff under. There's always stuff under. And here, supposed natural formation, I don't know, I just see a building in ruins. I don't think wind and rain can do this, but I do think a cataclysmic event can do this. And for the religious folks out there, I'm not religious, but there is a story in the Bible about Sodom and Gomorrah, and I do believe when they manipulated the Bible, they narrowed that event down to just a tiny specific area of this plane, but I think it was much bigger, but they just kept it like just a little bit right there, because that's part of their karma game. They gotta tell us what's going on and what they're doing and what happened and shit, and they do, but it's up to us to pay attention to those kind of things. I don't know why it doesn't let me zoom anymore. Do I have to do it manually? Oh, there's a freeze up. Hold on, guys. I gotta pause and edit and shit. Okay, we're back. Some of them don't let me zoom. I don't know why. But yeah, here is more ruins. And it's all fried and melted. It just completely melted. I mean, that's the only explanation you need with this kind of stuff. So here's some more stuff. You can see it's man-made structures, but it's so old and so melted and so forgotten and stuff, and there's probably a sign somewhere just saying some bullshit from some ancient caveman or something, you know, who knows about these narratives. Here is some columns going down into here. You can see some of these groove patterns that they usually have. This one is very melted here. This one too, very melted, and there's blocks and more designs and stuff. And it's just under us, pretty much. A lot of this is. Here, whatever that used to be, it's just there now. And, you know, they'll tell you something about some dumb caveman thousands of years ago, and they collected rocks from the area to build this, and what is this supposed to be, right? So there's so many things we don't know, and I don't think the people living 5,000 years ago were dumb. I think we are the dumb ones, because we are just born and rapidly fed into the state controlled indoctrination system, aka schools. And the school systems, that's all written by John D. Rockefeller, who didn't want a nation of thinkers, he wanted a nation of workers. Slaves. Yeah, us. Yeah, I think we are the dumb ones. Look at these ruins here. Yeah. And here, so you will think, oh, this is just a mound or something. No, it's structure here. You see, it's structure. And here you can see this structure. So they're digging up this area and they find this shit on the ground. So how much stuff is under us, and we just came here. Whenever we came here, I don't know, like 200 years ago or something, and we just built on top of all the shit that we found, and forgot about it, pretty much. Here, more melted, really melted structures right there. It's obviously a structure. So this is what some of the archaeologists and stuff, they're doing. They're digging up this stuff, and they have no idea what they're finding, but they're finding this shit, taking photos of it, so we people who know what they're looking at can explain it to the world and the people who are capable. So that's what's going on. It's like everywhere you go, everywhere you look, it's all structures, above the ground, underground, under the waters, the flood waters and stuff. There was a flood also connected to this cataclysm, likely. Yeah, look here, it's like openings and doors and columns and shit, and a lot of blocks and more openings, but the whole building is just melted. I don't care what anyone else says. I don't care about geology. I don't care about the mainstream school indoctrination explanation. You know, I don't care about outer space, because I realized all of this shit is bullshit. So I'm trying to figure this out here. With a fresh mind, you have to wipe all away from you know, all the stuff that they told you in school. Put that to the side and think fresh, think new, think like you were born today, and see these things with a new mind and a new pair of eyes and a new heart. Look, it's all melted. That's all I have to say with these photos, and you can come to your own conclusion. Do I make sense or do I not? That's up to you. I just know what I know, so it's all up to the dear people out there viewing. And by the way, if you're watching this, take that as a sign, you know. If you just came across this kind of stuff, take this as a sign. Maybe it's time for you soon to wake up and start to question these kind of things. See here, a bunch of ruins right there, and then the rest of the ruins, the mountain, it's all ruins. Look how straight it is here. You know, it's all like melted down, high viscosity, starting to flow and drip, melting over itself. More straight lines and edges over here, and a little bit of ruins here, and the rest of the buildings over here. Now most people will just think supposed naturally generated formation, but it's all buildings. And here there's some buildings here, and there is some wall kind of structure up here that's also part of the buildings. These are really melted. This is more like the same damage of the biblical story, Sodom and Gomorrah, which again I don't care so much about, mostly because the Jesus story, all depictions has ruins and melted stuff in the back. So I believe after the cataclysm, his story was invented, likely by the parasites, to manipulate and control the way people think, behave and act. Sorry, that's just my take on it. If believing in Jesus makes you a better human, good for you, but is it true? Or is it a distraction? Here is visual evidence, visual for your eyes, that your mind can process and stuff, so we can see this stuff. And I'm not denying a force of creation. Many people call it God. I like to say creation. I don't deny that, but I can't see that. Other than, yeah, I can see we have this beautiful wall. I do deny atheism and Big Bang, of course. So I'm on my journey to figure this stuff out on my own terms and my own way. But I do see intelligent design. If you don't, then you know you're ignorant, like I used to be for like 23 years of my life. If you can't see intelligent design, but was that some god that just snapped his fingers, bam, we're here, and now we're controlled by pedophiles? I don't know. A lot of that story doesn't make sense to me. But yeah, there is of course intelligent design here. Here you can see some in the back in better condition, some in here just melted into rubble and a little bit of remains and stuff like that. And when you can see here, there's a thick layer of brick. And have you ever tried to separate brick from the mortar? That's a tough job, so you know, required a lot of force to turn these brick buildings into some of this stuff that we find here. And here you see these melted ruins here, and the rest, the background here, you see some kind of dome structure barely sticking up here. Part of this whole community that used to be here, likely. But some of the buildings got dustified, and you can see one building here turned into dust, and there is another one right next to it. You can see how all these little supposed mountaintops are all separate, but they melted together, you know. And here is just dustified. That's a wasteland of the past circuit board. Here, obviously melted, obviously brick structures like it always is. Here, all in ruins. melted. And here, more brick structures, just in ruins, with some bullshit narrative, like always. And here, just a whole bunch of buildings in here, in ruins, and then you have here the horizontal brick lines, cooked into block lines. And here, look, this is where we live now, and we built some stuff here, and you know, oh, here, some tower here with radio signals and shit. Well, look here. Excuse me. Yeah, look at these buildings in the back. So, you know, most people, they're presented a photo like this, for example, and they're like, oh yeah, look here, oh, the palm trees and shit. I'm like, oh my god, look at this. Feel me, Malter? Yeah, me too. I don't care about this shit. I couldn't care less about that. Or this. Oh, sorry. I want to see this. So. And here, more structures with melt on them. Just ruins, just abandoned, just forgotten. Turned into some tourist attraction. And here you can see their town. Many of these buildings likely to be also pockets of survival, repurposed, and now this is some kind of shop here, and some more shops likely, maybe apartments on the top and stuff, you know, just modern humans. Sometimes, you know, finding this stuff like, oh yeah, we can live here, it's shelter and stuff, we can start a business here and, you know, do all that shit, but, you know, look at this melted stuff right there, you know. And here another wall and melt, and in the background a whole row completely destroyed, stuff like that. Yeah guys, so it's basically all ruins here. So that was my little Brick Santa presentation for today. I'm gonna try to keep my videos a little bit shorter and then maybe upload a little bit more frequently, because I think I want to try that for a little bit and stuff. So I hope you enjoyed. If you watched this far, like I said earlier, make sure to check out Linktree/Meltology channels to find all the other Meltheads talking about the same stuff that I do, so you can see there is a lot of us, and you can get different narrations. If you think I swear too much or cuss too much or something, maybe there's another one you can watch instead of me who don't say fuck and shit all the time or something, you know. There is someone for everyone, but we're all explaining and talking about the same thing, and we all want the same thing: world peace, freedom, and just a better world. And that's what this will create as soon as enough people know about it. So yeah, thank you guys. Make sure to hit the thumbs up if you didn't, leave a comment if you want to, share this to your friends, family, and yeah, have good holidays, whatever that means, and make a cozy time with your friends, family, or yourself, whatever you decide to do. And we'll speak in the next one. Okay, bye.